So today I'm going to be breaking down this color grade that I did. It was from a app commercial I shot probably last year. I don't know the exact date, but I didn't color the final video, and this is just me kind of messing around, having fun, and doing my own sort of look with the footage. So to get started, so before, after. So pretty saturated look, bold look. I really like it. So I got my effects pulled up. So the first node is a color space transform. We're gonna go in effects, you can type in color, you'll find it, drag and drop it on there. And I shot this on a Sony a7S III, so input color space is Sony S Gamut 3 Cine, input gamma S-Log 3, and then we wanna put in DaVinci wide gamut so we can be more precise, have more colors to work with, and we're in DaVinci. So DaVinci wide gamut, DaVinci intermediate, that's the first one, okay? And there's 3 color space transforms in this. So the next one I'm just going to jump to right now is Rec 709, and that is DaVinci wide gamut, DaVinci intermediate to Rec 709. All that work in there is going to be in DaVinci wide gamut, so all these different nodes, and then we're switching it to Rec 709 because we want to run the Rec 709 into a film look. And so in here we have this prepare node, and that's going to be Rec 709 into Cineon film log because we want to use a film LUT. So those are the 3 color space transforms in this grade. Okay, so we'll turn that off for now. So we have the 2 right here, and then the next thing you're gonna do is balance it. So I think it looks like a little dark here, so I'm gonna bring it up with my lift gamma gain. I'm just bringing the levels up to kind of, I'm just eyeballing it really. I'm not looking at scopes or anything. You can, you probably should, but I'm just looking, eyeballing. Next is gonna be the white balance. I wanted to do a more warm look, so I increased the warm, and then I pushed a little bit of greens into it, which looks a little weird now, but it pairs really well with the LUT. And then these down here, it doesn't look the same as my video on Instagram, but I opened it up so you can see it easier. This is typically a compound node, but I'm in the color slicer, and basically I isolated the sky with this blue and cyan. And so this first one was a color density, and then this next one was hue and saturation. So that's how we get that sky looking like that. And it'll also look different once I turn on that film look, much different. So if you go here and here, you get your color density and then your sky hue. And so that on the left, that's your color density, on the right, that's your saturation, and then you can change the hue with the slider. So as you can see, it's pretty powerful with that sky. You can kind of choose how saturated you want it, and then the color density as well. So you can play with that, and then also the hue slides back and forth to get you whatever color you want. So that's a very powerful tool. You could do it in one node. I just wanted more control over it and more organization. And then the next thing I did with this same tool, the color slicer, was I made a mask of his shirt that I tracked. So the way you do that, I used a curve, and I just made a mask like this, and then you go over to this next window, this tracking window right here, and then you just hit track back and forth, and that'll track your subject's movement. So that wasn't over him, so it didn't track it, but you get the gist there. And then those effects that you put inside that mask will only be affected to that area of the mask. An example would be, you mapped out right here, you mapped out where your subject's gonna be, and then you go over here and you say track. So hooks on him, and I just didn't want the reds being affected in the trees. Great. So once you have that mask, you go into your color slicer, and I was messing with the reds. So we'll get them right here, and I mean, you can really like manipulate this to like any color. And you want to be careful though, just because you're going to break it the further you go, and then also you have to be aware of the skin tones in there too, because red is in the skin tones in different parts. But you could change the shirt to whatever color. I just pushed it a little more like orangey red, and like, again, decrease the color, increase the saturation a little, just playing with that to kind of give it that pop and that really like clean look. And if you don't do the mask and you just grab all the reds, you're going to be affecting his lips, the tree up here, the brick. There's a lot more that you can see on the brick. You can see all the red parts. So you want to mask it and track it. And that can be more difficult. There's also a magic mask that I can show you, but that's that gist. So grab the red shirt, and now I'm looking at this image, and to me, even though I brightened it at the start, it's just like a little hot. Like this building back here, these highlights are kind of clipping, we're losing information. So I did a offset adjustment on this next node right here, that kind of brought it all back down. You can see it before and after, right? It just brings it down, kind of unifies it. And then inside the film look, we already have that, but that is a Rec 709 to Kodak 2383 D65, and you could use different ones to get a different look. I prefer that one. This one doesn't look bad either though. That's the film look, and that's kind of the overall look of this one. So converted it from log, adjusted the exposure, white balanced it. We checked out the sky, and you would also mask the sky too if you had other blue features, but 2 sky adjustments, a shirt adjustment, offset, which is just taking the whole thing back down, DaVinci wide, giving it to Rec 709, and the film look, which is Rec 709, Cine on film to the film LUT in DaVinci. And then yeah, that's the look for this one.